In 1590, over 100 people vanished without a trace. No bodies, no struggle. Only one word left behind: CROATOAN. The fog was thick. It clung to the coast of North America, a damp shroud over the land and sea. The year was 1587. 3 English ships sailed toward the shores of what is now North Carolina. On board were 117 men, women, and children. They carried tools, seeds, and livestock to found a permanent town. Led by Governor John White, an artist and cartographer, they meant to last. On Roanoke Island, the city of Raleigh took shape. They arrived too late to plant and secure a harvest for winter. Relations with neighboring CROATOAN and CROATOAN peoples were complicated: trade, cooperation, and the residue of past tensions. Resources were scarce. The coast was unforgiving. They urged John White to return to England for aid. He departed, promising speed, unaware war with Spain would delay him 3 years. 3 years felt like a lifetime. In August of 1590, White finally returned to Roanoke Island. They fired cannons and played trumpets, hoping for an answer. Only a profound and unsettling silence replied. The settlement was gone, not burned, but carefully taken apart. Weeds and melon vines trailed over the ground. No bodies, no signs of a struggle. They found heavy iron bars, lead shot, and small cannons thrown into a trench. But every man, every woman, every child, gone. Before he left, White had ordered, "Carve your destination upon a tree or post. Add a Maltese cross if in distress." They found no cross. It suggested they left willingly, not by force. Then, on a wooden post at the dismantled fort, a single word in bold Roman letters: CROATOAN. Nearby trees bore letters C-R-O. CROATOAN Island, today Hatteras, lay about 50 miles south, home of allies led by Manteo, who had traveled to England and been baptized. No cross, intent, not despair. But a storm drove White's ships back to sea. He never reached CROATOAN and never saw his family again. The most accepted theory: they did what they carved. They went to CROATOAN, traveling by shallop and canoe to Hatteras. They likely joined the CROATOAN, sharing food, shelter, skills. Over time, adopting customs, intermarrying, raising families. An English town did not survive. Its people did. Another theory: they split, some south, others 50 miles into the main. Inland offered better soil, game, and shelter from storms. Smaller mobile camps leave faint archaeological traces. In 2020, pottery linked to the colonists surfaced on Hatteras and on a bluff west over Albemarle Sound. Archaeologist William Kelso suggested such finds could help solve the mystery. Some argue Spain struck, just as at Fort Caroline in 1565. But Roanoke showed no burned timbers, no cross, no fight, no Spanish records. A careful message is unlikely under an assault. More likely, slow hunger, storms, isolation forced a rational move. The coast erodes, seasons punish. Survival meant leaving. Not annihilation, adaptation. A colony did not vanish. It transformed. Between 2020 and 2026, the Earth began to speak. Small finds, big implications. In 2024, a copper ring from the Elizabethan Gardens tested European, likely English trade goods. Surrey-Hampshire border ware appeared on Hatteras and inland, 50 miles west. In May 2025, piles of iron flakes, hammer scale, were unearthed on Hatteras. Byproduct of high-temperature forging, European technology. Historian Kathleen Duval. It backs the likely theory: the colonists went to Hatteras and abandoned Roanoke. A decade earlier, invisible ink on John White's map revealed a fort 50 miles west, guiding digs at sites X and Y. First Colony Foundation and the CROATOAN Archaeological Society continue excavations with modern tech. Scott Dawson argues the colonists were not lost. They endured on Hatteras. These clues are compelling, not conclusive. The weight of evidence points to survival through integration, dispersal, and resilience. Some to Hatteras among Croatoan kin, others inland, 50 miles into the main. Croatoan was not an epitaph, it was a direction. What do you think happened to the lost colony? Share your theory in the comments.